Thank you very much for tuning in to today's Back to the City. Today I am joined for a special episode introducing the GULLY boys, who are going to play at this month's Back to the City showcase. Welcome, GULLY boys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Are you excited to play with Venus the Mars and all the pretty horses, Black Widows, and Death of a Ladies Man?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Black Widows played at Memory Lanes, and that was the first time I'd seen them.
Yeah.
So good.
So at the Memory Lanes block party.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd seen them.
Did they have their go-go
They had their
dancers?
go-go dancers. These
Yeah,
go-go
we're kind of
dancers.
surprised to be on this bill, honestly.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I think it's a really nice coherent bill. There is quite a lot of like affinity between you guys and the Black Widows in particular. There's like overlap in ethos, I think.
Yeah.
Great.
They're like the surf
Yes!
Right. We don't want to be surf, but we're surf on accident.
Yeah. So you haven't played with any of the bands on the bill, but you're very at home at Mortimer's.
Yeah.
In fact, you had your residency there, and I was very impressed and excited about all the bands on the bill for that residency. So could you say a little bit about the bands that you played with there and the bands that you normally play with, the scene that you see yourselves being part of?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we tried not to book too many, boy bands that we always see.
Yeah.
And we try to book bands that we genuinely really like. So, I mean, we got Fourth Curtis on one of the last bills, and they brought the largest crowd. We didn't realize that they bring such a big crowd, but it was really great.
They were super fun
So
to play with.
fun.
They're so
Yeah.
much fun. We became friends with them afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they one of the pick-to-click artists last year? I think so.
I
I think they were, yeah.
I think they were in the
so
top 5.
good.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Amazing
Summer Accident
lyrics.
too. That was the same gig, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're just like the most fun.
Yeah, we actually
There are a
played
couple,
one
right?
of our
2 pieces.
first gigs.
Yeah.
We played one of our first gigs with Son of Accident.
Yeah.
And we've watched each other grow a lot.
Right.
So it was nice to
Yeah.
invite them back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sophie, when she started the band with her boyfriend, she didn't really know how to play guitar.
We all worked at
And-
Rockstock together, and that's
Right.
actually
Oh, really?
And
we talked about
we
that.
talked about it. We're like, I don't know how to play my instrument either.
That's the best way to
So
begin.
we're all learning.
To some extent, it's a good way to stay.
Right,
Yeah.
and now she's amazing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
end
all
up
know.
doing stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think to do,
Right.
if you were the master
Right.
of the instrument.
Right. Exactly.
Has GULLY Boys always been this particular 3-piece?
Yes.
Yes, okay. But there was like a sub-drummer for a couple of
Yeah,
shows.
I
saw on video.
just travel a lot because I'm also a tickle torture.
Was that the first band that you were involved in?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess if you'd say I don't do much like musical wise. It's definitely
It's
more
a
performance.
a vital component. Though.
Yes.
So you dance with Tickle Torture?
Yeah.
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 Elliot's one of my good buddies.
Yeah.
And so I've been dancing with him for almost like 2 years now, I want to say. 2.5 years.
She's good at it. She gets
Yeah.
all her friends in on it, too.
Yeah.
I know my friends.
Like I've seen 2 Tickle Torture shows where
I make you come on
all
stage
the,
with
yeah,
me.
exactly. Yeah, the record
It's
release.
fun, it's
and,
so much fun.
And speaking of memory lanes, the
Mhm.
memory
Yeah.
lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I love about I love many things about Tickle Torture. the new record I think is really great. I had a really
amazing.
interesting conversation with Elliot. It's
I
not
saw that.
not in Uncle Tickle character, talking about some shifts with the new record, the significance
Yeah.
of Proper T doing a lot of the vocals. It's quite a different character than the Uncle Tickle.
Right, he's
character.
like unrecognizable in person sometimes.
Elliot
Like,
is.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Sans mask
distinct-
with clothes on.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a distinct
honestly.
difference between Uncle Tickle and Elliot Cazell.
There is.
And I really enjoy that because he walks off stage and he's like, oh, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. It's like,
Oh,
and
that's
everyone just
funny.
expects him to be like, let's go party and
Yeah.
like be all wild. But
Uncle Tickle is probably more fun to perform with. Elliot is probably better to have as a friend.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to place it.
It's a
I don't
good
know if I have the
duality.
energy to be friends with Uncle Tickle.
So one of the things I love about Tickle Torture is the performance art component. Do you think that your experience with Tickle Torture and like your awareness of that is having an impact on the performance component of GULLY Boys?
It's so different.
Yeah.
Because when I dance, I like want everyone to look at me, but when I drum, I'm just like, don't look at me. Like I very much like to be in my own place.
Yeah.
So I actually I realized looking at videos of myself, I always look to my left because there's always a wall, so I don't have to look at anybody. And so I was actually thinking about that because at Ice House, when you look to your left, it's just more people standing.
Yeah, that's true.
And so all my friends had realized I was staring to my left, so they all were standing on my left side. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I look like a dork in all my pictures because I'm just like hiding, playing the drums to my left side. And I was like, actually, a lot of
Which
this
side's your good
performance-
side?
I guess this side
Yeah.
by default because I'm always looking to the left. So we could perform more, I guess, but that's just
I think all instinctively don't want to be looked at when we're
That's
on
the
stage.
problem.
So we're like unlearning that and like trying really hard to
Right.
make an effort and
not to have
Yeah.
performance
move a little
anxiety.
bit. And
Yeah.
I've seen,
Yeah.
I think I've seen you maybe 3 or 4 times over a relatively long period, and there has been more movement.
Yes.
Right, I know, we're
Good.
loosening up.
it's very intentional.
Good.
Yeah.
So now,
Because we see pictures and we're like, we are statues.
Yeah.
Just like stiff, like doesn't even look like we're having
Right.
fun. But
Well, a lot
Yeah,
of that had
marble
to do
busts.
with us not knowing
Yeah.
what to do with our instruments
like,
yet.
how do we
but
make this fun?
Before it was
if there's
just
one
like
thing Gully
business.
Boys is, it's fun.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
You don't need
thanks.
to make it fun.
Good.
Thank you.
So you're very welcome. It's really true. So that's one thing that's happening. There's more movement. I think there's more vocals too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you say everyone does some vocals now at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Makes
how-
it more dynamic. I think.
Yeah.
We all enjoy to sing. We
Right.
all-
That's really what it is.
And-
we want to be belting it.
I've always loved harmonies. And if
Mm.
we can all do 3-part harmony, like why
Why
wouldn't
not?
we?
You can.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're a 3-piece, so it just adds another layer because we don't have like a
Yeah.
rhythm guitarist or.
It's hard to fill it out sometimes.
So-
So.
And I'm sure there's other potential boys that would like to be
Yeah.
the Gully Boys, but you choose to be a 3-piece.
We've tried to have another member, but it just doesn't feel like Gully Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
Is
You
there
like-
something about the energy of the
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
of you?
Mhm.
And there is.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
that, definitely.
Yeah.
Even
And-
if you are static,
Yeah.
then one can sense in the energy.
What did somebody say to us the other day? I think somebody said if he were to see us 3 walking down the street, he would not imagine us to be in
Yeah.
a band together, 1, and then to make the music we do 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny because that makes me feel good because
Yeah. I don't want to be
I-
predictable.
I don't want to be predictable,
Right.
and there is something about just like us being who we are and like the chemistry we have, which makes our Gully sound.
Gully
So
sound.
to look according to this person or according to you with your
Uh-huh.
sense of how you look and
Mhm.
what people might assume, what type of music might one assume the Gully
I
Boys to
don't
be?
No, I feel like
my
maybe
easy answer is pop rock,
or like
but
a
it's
soft indie rock or
Yeah.
something.
But it's a little grittier than that,
Yeah.
I think. Grunge pop rock,
neo
Neo-emo.
emo.
neo emo.
Neo emo,
Well,
yeah,
also-
I like that.
Yeah.
I saw that somewhere, like neo emo with a little beach vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Mhm.
Well, Natalie, what she plays is a little jazzy sometimes, so it kind of
Yeah.
confuses.
It gets more
everyone listening.
melodic than just like straight
Yeah,
It's
rock.
very melodic.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
At the end of this month, in fact, the very next morning, after playing the show with Black Widows and Co., you are going to go to Pachyderm.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously grunge roots with Pachyderm with In Utero, but also PJ Harvey,
Yeah.
Rid of Me record was recorded there, and
Yeah.
many, many other classics. There's a grungy component, of course,
Yeah.
to Gully Boys, so a future grungy classic
There you go.
about to be recorded
Yeah.
there at the end of this
It's
month.
It definitely puts some pressure on
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
It's good
but
pressure.
I think it's good pressure, and I've heard a lot of good things about just drum recording alone.
At
At
Pachyderm,
Pachyderm.
yeah.
Right,
Me
I've just
too.
heard like 3 or 4 people tell me that drums just sound really good out of Pachyderm. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me
I didn't
too.
get to tour it because I was, when we were supposed to go tour, I had a fever of 101. And I
Ah,
was like dying, and I was like, you guys still have to go without
Yeah.
me.
We almost didn't, and then we went and we're like, oh, okay, we have to do this.
so you went and had a tour of Pachyderm?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a 2-piece.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
toured and they sent me videos back.
Yep.
I was
We
Which you
videotaped
watched
the
from
entire.
I watched from the
From the
comfort
sick
of
bed.
my own sick bed. Yeah, tucked in.
I was singing High School Musical in the video.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, yeah, if you're going to have a fever of 101, at least you can enjoy some videos of what
Yep.
will be
Yeah.
your future studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And we were blown away.
How many days will you be there
We're gonna be there for 2
I think
days.
we're recording for 2 full days.
to make a full LP?
Yep.
Yeah.
How many? Yeah, you can do it. How many?
I think
How many
so.
songs do you think?
I think the goal is 10.
The goal is 10,
Mhm.
but like we said before, we're in the midst of writing the album,
Right.
Yeah.
which is like what, 3 weeks away?
4 weeks.
recording?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4
Yeah.
weeks.
Well,
We-
fresh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is good,
Yeah.
but we have like a week of shows, and we're
Yeah,
literally
it's
just
true.
gonna play our new album and just
Ah,
to see how it's respond.
How we feel
how
about
we
it,
feel,
yeah.
and what songs we want to keep and
Yeah.
what feels more blended. So
Right.
we get to do a nice little trial run before.
Yeah.
Throughout this introduction to Gully Boys, we've been hearing, like, beneath our conversation, 3 songs from the Gully Boys, like, self-titled EP. Were they in the running for the album?
They are in the
They
running.
are.
All
Yeah.
3?
Not all 3. I think
We think Greasy's
Greasy.
a little too poppy for us, but we want to make it like grittier somehow.
Make it greasier.
Right.
it
greasier.
Yeah.
Get a little
right.
grease on
Because we
there.
still love that song, and other people love that song, and maybe.
And it's just, not to toot our own, it's really catchy. It's a catchy song.
Yeah, it is.
I want to pass that up.
Right. It
Even
could be our.
you could,
Yeah, you could.
it's in my
Could
head
be
all
our
the time.
hit song.
People come up to me all the time and they're like, I don't even know what this song is called, but it's on my head. I'm like, it's literally called what you're singing.
Yeah.
It's called
You're singing it.
I'm a little greasy right now.
I'm just,
Yeah, that's the combination of my lights and this,
Yeah.
and this summer, this like spring/summer, as opposed
Spring,
to the
yeah.
winter/spring. that
Yeah, I
we-
feel
that
like
we have.
writing that song makes it okay for me to be greasy. Yeah.
I
Something
keep
that I
joking.
sweat
Be
so fucking
greasy
much.
whenever
I
want.
Since the summer
I keep
arrived.
joking that a merch item should be a stick of deodorant
Oh,
because
yeah.
I thought that would be. I just think that'd be so funny because her song is called
You
Greasy.
have to
She's
keep the
not
song
wrong.
greasy, not only because of that,
Right.
but also because of that.
Because
Right.
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of thoughts about thought on the EP.
Yeah.
The thought about thought in Greasy is at least my thoughts are all in order.
Yeah.
So is the gist of it that, you know, my body is kind of fallen to pieces, I've got a fever, I'm greasy, I'm sweating.
It's about being sad and greasy, I guess, but also about being in love. So about being sad together. But, you know, so at least my thoughts are all in order is referencing being in love.
My thoughts are in order not only with themselves, but with, like, my lover's thoughts, perhaps, or with
Yeah.
another person.
Yeah, being sure
Yeah.
of yourself and your partner.
On the theme of, like, surety, certainty, thinking, it's interesting that in the other 2 songs, which are even more in the running for the record, we have I Wanna Know Now in TV Window is a recurring lyric. And then in Fading, I'm pretty sure I Don't Wanna Know.
Yeah. It's funny.
That's funny.
Well, I didn't even think about
Yeah, I mean,
that.
that was at all.
So you have lots of thoughts about thought, but you don't
Yeah.
have thoughts about your thought.
Thoughts about thought.
Right.
Until now. What do
Yeah.
you think about your thoughts about thought about thought?
Wow. I guess this EP is about being sure but also being conflicted too. Like, I mean, those 2 really contrast each other. And the I Don't Want to Know is like, I don't want to know who you're with right now, and I don't want to know what you're doing without me.
Sure.
And then the other one is, I want to know, can I be sure of this situation that we're in? And,
Yeah.
and can I count on you, and will you be here, type of thing.
So there's types
So-
of knowledge that we desire,
Right.
and there's types of knowledge that we
Yeah.
would much rather do without.
Yep.
So in Fading, it's the sense of, like, things going wrong, obviously. The fight is fading. My interpretation of that lyric is, and do you agree, it's like this drive that I had is fading. You know, I thought I could.
Yeah,
have
I think that's
resilience.
how it fits in the song. That song's a little hard to interpret sometimes because both me and Natalie wrote it. We
Oh.
wrote the lyrics
Yeah.
kind of separately, but it ended up feeling good together and,
Yeah.
you know, being cohesive in what we were trying to say.
What existed first?
We wrote the song a long time ago. I'm
I
trying to
think
remember.
we were jamming out and I just kept saying, I don't want to know. And then
It just like fit perfectly with that
Right,
phrasing. Yeah.
right.
Right. It'll be like I have these ideas, but I don't know how to like make it cohesive, kind of thing. And then
Yeah.
we can kind of switch off and be like, oh well, this fits here to transition into this.
Right.
You didn't know how to make it cohesive. You did want to know. And then the answer was
That's cool.
collaboration.
Yep.
I
Yeah, it
think
was.
so. We noticed that there's more vocals, there's more movement. Is there more collaboration in terms of, like, songwriting?
Oh,
these
yeah.
days?
It usually starts with a melody, and then we try to see what kind of chords, whether they be like minor or major, like what kind of feel we're going for, and then I usually write the lyrics and Natalie will edit them, and then Nadira will add some harmonies and the drums. So it is very collaborative, yeah.
It's nice because they live together,
Sure.
and so they just are constantly sending me recordings. They're like, "What about this? What about this?" And then we'll
Right.
practice and
We
we'll like
critique it
restructure
together.
it,
Yeah.
restructure
Nice.
it, and
Yeah.
then we just record everything we do and be like, okay, do we like this? And then we'll take pieces.
Yeah,
Right.
constantly
Check the
recording on our phone and playing it back.
And a lot of times I'll be
Yeah.
like, does this make any sense, Natalie? And she's like, yeah, it's poetry. You can do it.
It doesn't have to make
You don't want
sense.
it to make too much
You
sense.
can do
Yeah.
whatever you want is usually the answer, but sometimes she
Right.
does rephrase things for me.
Sure.
Cool. So speaking of rephrasing, the song Fading, in parentheses, is Neopet Graveyard. But there seems to be a version which is called Neoprene.
Oh,
Oh.
that was a typo.
That was
It was an
Green.
autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect
Neoprene.
didn't accept the word neopet, and it just
Isn't that
decided
funny?
it's gonna do neoprene instead.
I don't
These are
even know what
pretty
neoprene
unusual
means.
words. too.
Yeah.
So neoprene, not that it matters because that's not what it is.
Yeah.
But if anyone is wondering what that means, it's a family of synthetic rubbers.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
funny. I'll take it. That can be one of the.
Throw that word in one new song.
Yeah.
Oh
There's a
my
new-
gosh.
There's a new word for you. The one last thing that we would expect to fade is a neopet.
Yeah,
Like, presumably,
true.
like, you could-
Wow.
They really can't die,
They
can
can't.
they?
No, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
a neopet is for life,
Yeah.
really.
You know,
eternity.
we gotta
Neopet
be
is for
honest about
eternity.
it. It was like a meme or something in our band, and we just couldn't knock the title. We just always called it Neopet Graveyard.
They
It
came,
was
they
like a
came
list.
to practice, and they had this without any words done to it yet, and then
Just
they'd called it
just-
Neopet Graveyard, and we thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I think
Yeah,
we were
we
like
had no
up
idea.
super late and we like saw this meme and we thought it was hilarious and it ended up like getting saved in one of our phones or something in a list. And then we were like, we always name our songs way after we've made them and
Right,
then
yeah.
we
we
ended
give
up
them
with whatever
nicknames.
like it gets called as a
Yeah.
nickname.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we
It's
had a
always-
song
But
that
this
was
is
like
such
our
a good
third
thing.
song that we wrote that was called The Good One.
was called The Good One.
Just because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we called it. Oh, let's play the good one.
The good song. It is a good one. That's the one that begins with the rhythm section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah, kind of phase that.
An oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie.
That's not in the running.
Nope.
No.
No, that one's been phased out of our gigs
That is
too.
not the good one.
No.
It's not the good one anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun to play, but the structure was kind of weird. It was
It's
kind
just
of
two
like
AB.
yeah, it was A B A B, and I was singing the same thing every time, and we're
Right.
like, this is poorly written.
And
Let's
boring.
exit."
It was
Yeah.
boring to play.
How
Right.
about Reflections?
Oh,
Is that
same
is
deal.
that-
Get it out of here.
Yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that song.
We literally just remembered it like 2 days ago.
That
We were
was
like,
maybe the second song that I ever
Oh.
wrote ever.
Like on your own pre-Gully voice?
Right. Yes. And it was just like premature for me. I think.
All the pre.
Yes,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the pre.
Premature.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit in with the whole direction that we started going.
And the lyrics were really cheesy because I didn't know how to. I thought I had to like live up to this like pop type writing or something, but I kind of got rid of that pretty quickly after we
fake
realized.
deep.
Yeah, it was fake deep. It was fake deep. I didn't know what to write about at that point, so that's kind of what that was.
So that's one shift in terms of like song writing. There's a shift in lyrical content or lyric writing. Could you expand on the nature of that?
I just haven't been writing for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's probably been as long as we've been in Gully Boys, about a year and a half, 2 years. So I'm just developing a lot of different skills and learning more about how I can write and how I like others to write, I guess. I've been reading a lot of Patti Smith stuff,
Ooh,
and
that's
I
good.
feel like if I were more developed, it would be more in her realm.
Yeah.
Not to be like, I'm as good as Patti Smith, but I feel like she's up here, I'm down here, but I get a lot of inspiration from her
Yeah.
and how she's just really raw. She doesn't
She is.
sugarcoat anything.
Flower Power, Escargot, those are gone.
They're gone. It's like we said, like we learned our instruments for this, so it's just like trying different things constantly, and then
Right. Things that didn't fit
things get
together.
thrown out really easily because we're like, oh, that's not the direction we're going in.
Yeah.
We tried it. It was fun.
Yeah.
And those kind of were like, I feel like our practice songs.
Yeah.
Where we literally
Yeah.
learned how to play our instruments
Right.
with those songs because
Were you all learning to play your instrument?
Yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
all learned to play our instruments for this band.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
we were tired of just seeing mail bills.
Yeah.
And we'd all wanted to be in a band at one point in our middle school lives.
Right.
And we were bringing it to
Yeah.
fruition.
We each had like fake bands, I think. You know, where you're
Yeah, like I want to be in a band. I want to do all the work except learning the instruments.
Except for,
right, you just pretend
And
that
that-
you're like, guys, let's be in a band. It's like a one-day thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you put the work in now.
Yeah.
Very much in a
Yeah.
band.
I think 8th grade me would be very proud.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget. I'm like, oh, I'm actually in a band that like plays quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like, it's kind of
you
like a
play
part-time
loads.
gig now. Like,
It is.
It's a real band.
Feels like a
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Mortimer's is our home.
Yeah.
It's my home too.
It's so nice. I love that.
It's a good thing it's like large enough. That,
Mhm.
Yeah.
We can all just set up and
Yep.
Yeah.
Pitch our tents.
Well, and the guys who curate the shows,
Alex and Brian.
yeah, they are just so helpful to us. They made us
Walsh.
T-shirts.
They made us Mortimer's t-shirts.
Yeah.
Let's say Gully Boy.
They're like little
really?
baseball
It's the Mortimer
tees.
and then-
the Mortimer guy, and then
Gully
Gully Boy,
percent.
and then we each put our favorite number on the back.
Oh wow! What are your favorite numbers? Important
7.
question. 7.
My favorite number is 4, but I changed it to 44 because I don't want to be associated with Brett Favre.
Yeah, you could just think of it as 2 4s.
There
Yeah.
you go. And mine's 31.
Okay. Why are they your favorite numbers?
I think I was stuck with it on a jersey in middle school, like for cross country. I was like, okay, it's my number now.
That's who I am. 4.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
That was my mom's number in volleyball. And so then it
Oh.
became my number in volleyball. And
Oh,
now
that's
it's my sister's
cute.
number in basketball.
Wow.
Good to
That's a
know.
good
It's just
reason
a
to have a favorite number.
Number in my family.
How about Natalie?
My-
Why do you have a favorite
My
number?
dad's lucky number is 7 because he was born on 7/7/67.
Oh.
And I grew up, that was the only person I knew with a favorite number, and I was like, that's a good
Oh,
that's
I
a good
just
number.
realized something. My mom's birthday is on the 4th.
Oh, there you
We're all
go.
just
And all of our parents.
we all love our parents.
Yes. Are you going to be wearing your numbered shirts at Mortimer's?
We probably should.
We should.
Yeah.
We need to show them off.
We're actually-
They're actually going to sell them for us.
Yeah.
We didn't mention you're doing a Back to the City session
Mhm.
in
Right.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that will come out, not coincidentally, just before you go on tour. So
Oh,
you've
nice.
got
Too
3
good.
music videos to take on tour with you.
Yeah,
We need some YouTube videos.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We're not-
Well, you're going to have 3 of them soon.
Good.
Yeah.
4
Great.
if you can miss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't look too
Yeah.
dorky.
If all your,
I'm
if
so
all your
dorky.
fans want to not only know what the songs sound like, but know what your favourite numbers are,
Yeah.
Nice.
it's an important resource for you.
Yep.
Color, what's your favorite color?
Vermilion.
What?
That's a good
What is
choice.
that?
She's an artist.
It's
duh.
reddish,
A poet.
orange.
And that's-
Halfway
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yep.
The lipstick you always wear. Okay.
A favourite song of mine that I witnessed at the residency and that you've since performed on Wednesday 15th,
Yep.
Yeah.
Wednesday
That's
15th,
it.
is Noisy Heart. The recurring lyric is the florist's wife, she doesn't like flowers, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. What's that indicative of?
Well, I was kind of inspired. I work at a wholesale flower shop.
Oh.
One of the salespeople who sells flowers for a living, his wife doesn't like flowers, and I just thought that was really interesting.
It is.
I mean, I don't know what the relationship is like, but I was kind of trying to write about opposites attract type of thing.
Like if you
Yeah.
had a partner who hated music.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Yeah,
would
no,
work
that might
out.
not work out.
It's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flowers, that's okay.
Yeah.
Music?
Yeah.
Music's pretty broad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, it is.
There's got to be something
If
for
you don't
you.
like music,
Exactly.
maybe you're a little weird.
Maybe they don't like neo-emo with Little Beach Band.
Maybe. That's
but they
fair,
like
you
music.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're wrong, but it's fair.
Yeah, they're wrong.
I'm looking forward to seeing you after your many other adventures in June.
Yeah.
Right before your biggest adventure yet, until you go on tour and that becomes your big adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you with your numbered t-shirts at
Yeah.
Mortimer's on Thursday, June 28th with the Black Widows, Death of a Ladysmith, and Venus to Mars, and all the pretty horses. So until then, I've been Simon Calder, here are the Gully Boys. We'll see you at Mortimer's.
Bye. Bye.
On that day and any day, pretty much.
Yep. Have a gully day.
Fine.
Sure.
It works.